Hello, Jim again, contrary fuchsia time, plant of the week time, and going to talk to you about a little gem this week called Primula vialii, a two-toned primula. We'll talk about its name origins, where it's from, how to propagate it, and I'm introducing something new, which is going to be the contrary verdict right at the end. So that'll be an interesting one. So thanks for tuning in. This is your plant of the week. This is the contrary fuchsia, and my name is Jim. Like all plants, it has so many common names. It's called Vial's primrose, Chinese primrose, Orchid Primrose, which just indicates how important a botanical name of a plant is. So call it Primula vialii and everybody will know what you're talking about. The name itself, Primula, comes from, it's a Latin origin, Primula meaning prime, first, even though Primula isn't the first flowering plant in the garden of the year, but it's certainly one of the earliest. Primulas in general are reasonably early flowering plants. The second part of the name, though, the species name, is far more interesting, and that comes from a guy called Father Paul Vial, who worked in Yunnan. He was a Catholic missionary in Yunnan province in China, and he started to collect primulas that he found out in that region of the world, that part of the world. And he brought them back to Europe, and in honour of him, the plant was called, the species name was called vialii. And when you pronounce the names, the two I's at the end are EI, so vialii. The plant family is Primulaceae, and it's got cowslip star primroses, auriculas, polyanthus. And if you look at them, they all more or less have the same characteristics, so the Primulaceae family. I mentioned where Father Paul Vial actually discovered it in Yunnan province in China, but is native to Tibet, Bhutan and Yunnan, all around the same area of the world. And it's a small, low-growing plant with a spike of a flower which can grow up to about between 30 and 45 centimetres. So what's that, between 2 and 3 feet? Probably be the most of it. Most of them stay a little bit smaller than that, but it's got a really vibrant orange or red and kind of lilac look about the flower, and it's so spectacular and stands out against almost any kind of a background. And it has the characteristic that the leaves, like all primulas have, the leaves are low set to the ground. They kind of spread out at ground level, and then you get the spike of flower above it. Ideal growing conditions are full sun to partial shade. Woodland conditions, it will grow happily in. Alpine beds, if you have an alpine bed, it'll grow happily in. Doesn't mind, can tolerate a bit of moisture, and doesn't like to dry out completely, but it will tolerate an alpine bed at the same time. They're fully hardy. They grow and will tolerate the hardest of our winters. You'll have no problems growing them in most gardens in Ireland. It's a very easy plant to propagate. You can grow seeds. The only thing to remember, if you do grow by seed, that you don't get flowers until the second or possibly the third year of growth. You can split them in the autumn as you would a perennial, and sometimes you'll get offsets from them, and you can take the offsets, cut them off, repot them, keep them well watered until they establish, and then stick them in the garden or give them away as a gift to a friend. So that's Primula vialii. Don't forget to have a look at my contrary verdict card, where I'm going to, it's a new feature I'm introducing. So from now on, going forward, as I say, we will have a plant. When we have a plant, we'll give it a contrary verdict. It's a bit of fun. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. My name is Jim. This is the contrary fuchsia. That was plant of the week, and I'll see you next time.